What would happen if one day you woke up and the sun wouldn't come up? That's the terrifying concept of the 2019 thriller Daybreaker, which took watchers to a world covered in darkness. Tag along with us to know how humanity grapples with endless nights. If you thought vampire movies were just about brooding teens and glitter, Daybreakers is here to give the genre a swift kick in the fangs. With a strong mixture of drama, horror and science fiction, Daybreakers creatively and boldly gives the dead a fresh life. Daybreakers, a film made by the Spielberg brothers, is unique in the interesting world of vampire movies, because it effectively uses vampirism as a metaphor for how we depend on fuel. The movie, which stars Ethan Hawke as a vampire hematologist, visualises a world in which vampires rule and humans are becoming fewer in number. Sounds scary, right? They're desperately searching for a blood substitute. The story becomes deeper when Hawke's personality meets Willem Dafoe, who portrays a human survivor who's aware of a possible treatment. A corporate villain who symbolises a worldwide industrial complex ready to take advantage of the crisis, and is brilliantly portrayed by Sam Neill, offers a tough threat to them. In short, the fearless directors, the Spielberg brothers, create this nightmarish future with such a perfect balance of suspense and terror that you'd believe they were attempting to make the popcorn leap out of your bowl. Who'd have thought the end of the world could be so fun? The movie carefully combines modern issues with traditional vampire myths to create an exciting story that's both thought-provoking and enjoyable. For lovers of the genre, searching for a movie that explores deeper socio-economic concerns and goes beyond classic vampire tales, it's a must-watch. Isn't it crazy to use vampires to explore modern issues? In the movie, Ethan Hawke plays a vampire scientist, Edward Dalton, who's in an attempt against time to create a workable blood substitute. The risks are high since the world's vampire population is in danger of going extinct and human numbers are declining. Sam Neill's scary portrayal as Edward's employer, Charles Bromley, represents the worst aspects of corporate desire. He's a villain, especially when we first see him smoking a cigar in a dark boardroom. The story becomes more complex one evening when Edward meets human Audrey Bennett, played by Claudia Carvin, who introduces him to Willem Dafoe's character, Lionel Elvis Cormack. This finding has the potential to change everything. Edward faces social and physical challenges on a personal level, as his brother, a devoted military officer, played by Michael Dorman, gets heavily involved in gathering up the surviving humans. It's a study of mankind, exploitation, and survival rather than merely a vampire movie. The movie skillfully combines action and moral challenges, causing viewers to consider resource problems in our world. How do you feel about using vampires to go into such complex topics? The interesting fact about this movie is that the movie was produced at a low cost, but the movie never felt like it was taken on a low budget. This is something you should look for while you watch the movie. Even with a low budget, Daybreakers stands out because of its amazing visual presentation. Directors Michael and Peter Spierig skillfully used Australia's massive locations, which served as the setting for this futuristic vampire story, to create a world that feels both wide and restricting. From the elaborate underground hideaways to the empty large settings, every frame in the film is filled with details that enhance the dread and tell a deeper story. Beyond its striking visuals, Daybreakers is especially interesting because of its original take on the vampire genre. This is an effects-heavy film, and even though it shifts from there to a character's drama, they give you enough of a taste of the universe in the beginning to make it feel real. While there's undoubtedly some inspiration from directors like Ridley Scott, the filmmakers managed to bring their own uniqueness into the setting without going overboard. They also deserve credit for casting excellent performers and putting a fresh take on vampire mythology. Have you ever been left wanting more at the end of a movie that seemed to set you up for a big finale? That's the case with Daybreakers. The film's setting and beautifully constructed environment attract the audience. Yet, with its strong performance, the ending falls short of providing the powerful blow one may have hoped for. This doesn't take away from the Spierig brothers' obvious talent or vision, which are heightened repeatedly in the movie. In fact, Daybreakers is a strong portfolio piece that suggests they may work on more ambitious motion picture projects in the future. On the other hand, the movie stands with the best when it comes to the sound system. I wonder why. Daybreakers on Blu-ray from Lionsgate offers plenty of information for both tech experts and movie buffs, making it more than just your average home entertainment experience. With its widescreen presentation and DTS HD 7.1 surround sound, this version makes sure that every terrifying whisper and thrilling action scene gives the audience a visceral audio hug. But that's only the beginning. A digital copy of the movie is included, making it perfect for watching while on the road. Even more fascinating, the director's commentary that's provided shows the artistic stunts that go on behind the scenes. The Spierig brothers explore the challenges of using advanced prosthetics and make wise choices that maximise their financial resources. You should know how big budget movie effects are made with such little. This analysis is quite valuable. Here comes the interesting thing about the same. There's a bonus view feature on the Blu-ray. At the same time, animatics and storyboards are shown picture-in-picture, but what's the difference between the prototype and the final design? For those who are interested in becoming filmmakers or are just obsessed with the process of making movies, this feature offers a unique glimpse behind the scenes. This isn't a typical neck-biting party, but this movie is something special. Think about a society in which vampires have won and the human race is as uncommon as a sunny day after a storm. A vampire versus their own unsustainable appetites theme replaces the conversational human versus vampires cliche in the film. It reminds seeing a bunch of Wall Street types come to terms with having put money in their fall, darkly and hilarious, without a doubt. As for the social commentary, it's rich. Using its vampire tale, the movie draws attention to modern issues including resource depletion and corporate greed. It functions as a mirror reflecting to us the complex problems we deal with daily in a creepy way. In addition, the movie poses ethical issues regarding scientific study, which gives the narrative even more dimension. To put it clearly, it entertains us, while challenging us to consider the wider issue, through a combination of horror and intelligent commentary. So why is Daybreakers so amazing? It's clever and helpful, and it uses the vampire genre to provoke thought rather than merely give you the chills. You realise the vampires are frighteningly skilled at portraying us, and you laugh nervously. Every drink of their threatened blood cocktail serves as a reminder of how sustainably our society has been dancing. Not only is Daybreakers entertaining, but it's also a call to a feast of compelling comparisons, freshly served with a hint of dark humour and a side of existential dread. Salutations. On the other hand, the cinematography plays an amazing role in making this movie amazing. It's like the ultimate Instagram filter for the undead. Using lighting and shade, the filmmakers create a striking contrast between the warm, panicked colours of human hiding places and the dull, chilly world of the vampires. If you're a vampire or a human hiding in plain sight, it's almost like having a visual decorating guide. In short, the colour grading matters at some point in movie making. Indeed, in the shake-up of the film industry, vampires have taken over and human blood's as cheap as a good reason to skip a family reunion. Our feathered colleagues find themselves in an awkward position. Their blood supply is running out faster than a hanging stick during a vampire beach party, so they have to come up with a quick fix or risk going extinct. Ethan Hawke, who plays a vampire hematologist, is as moody and reflective as ever. That's correct, a blood doctor, not just any old bloodsucker. He's attempting to avoid picking on his co-workers while facing legal issues and scientific difficulties. This movie challenges the vampire genre, converting an ordinary horror situation into a clever fusion of sci-fi and ethical issues. The film digs deep into current topics with its sensitive images, furious soundtrack, and suspenseful plot. In so many ways, this is a much-watched movie. And that's all about it. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and if you like more movie updates, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell icon so as to not miss out on any video and get notifications on time. Don't hesitate to give suggestions for our videos. See you in the next one.